Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Elle. I saw earlier today that I had hit 4,000 subscribers and I'm in total shock and awe. I can't believe it. I just really want to thank you guys so much for believing in me and for all of your support. It really does mean so much. Like, it means the absolute world to me. So really thank you. So this video is an update on my Pan That palette 2017 with the MAC Burgundy x9 palette. So I've hit pan on one shadow since the intro. So I'm already getting there. So as you can see, I have pan on Honey Lust up here, and I have a really good dip there on Star Violet, this middle shade on the bottom. And I also have a little bit of a dip going on Poppyseed, this satin shade in the middle of the top row. So I have definitely been giving this palette a workout for sure. You can see what kind of progress I've made here. So I'll show you what my palette looked like during the intro, and then in comparison to now, the differences. So there are 4 shades with quite a bit of usage on it. Those are the 4 shades I've obviously been using the most. Honey Lust, which I hit pan on, and I figured I was going to hit pan on this one first because this was the shadow I had used the most previously to starting this project. Poppyseed, which is a satin, and I use it in my crease. It's so perfect as a crease color. Like, I'm absolutely in love with this shadow. I've been using Antiqued a lot, which is a little surprising to me that I've been using Antiqued, but I love it. I have a lot of Antiqued going on right now. My whole eye look that I'm wearing right now is like 90% this palette. I did use a couple of lighter shades, and I used Rose Stripe as a highlight because of course I did. I really love this shadow a lot. I've been wearing it that way as like that sort of soft halo, but I've been just wearing it all over my lid, and I've been smoking it out, using some of these like mattes and satins in here as well to kind of blow it out a little bit. Also pulling in some other transition shades to like give it a different effect if I want it to be like a little bit warmer, or if I want it to be a little bit cooler. Like, I'll use these shadows. If I want it to be a little bit warmer, I'll pull in some other matte tones, and I really love this a lot. Paired with like a brownish red lip, it's so beautiful, and I love the finish a lot. That's one thing I've already learned so far, like 1 month into this challenge, is the MAC finishes that I really like and the ones that I don't like, but I'll get more into that in a second. And the 4th shadow that I've been using quite a bit of is Star Violet, and that's that middle shade here that has like a very significant dip in it. I think I'm gonna hit pan on it pretty soon. This is one that I will just blow out all over my lid. It's a really easy shadow for me to wear on like a day-to-day, and which is what I've been doing going to work. I'll just sort of like I have to do my makeup really quickly in the morning. I don't have a lot of time. I have like 20 minutes to do my makeup maximum. So often it's very like simple, basic looks, and Star Violet has been perfect for that because I can just sort of sweep it all over my lid and blend it out, or like pop in a few crease transition shades and like smoke that out on my lid and my lower lash line, and I have this like really sparkly, warm burgundy eye that I just love. Like, I wear a lot of like burgundy tones, so it matches my whole vibe right now, so I've absolutely been loving it. So those are the 4 shades I've been using the most of. I've been using the other mattes and satins as well to go with the look. Specifically, I've been using, what are they called? Quarry, which is this shade here, and this one on the bottom, which is Haux. And Quarry's a matte and Haux is a satin, and these both perform really well in my crease. I will use Embark as well, which is a matte, that dark, more brownish shade in the middle, but I don't use it as often because it's more of like a deepener shade. I'd use a tiny bit of Embark today on the inner and outer just to give a little bit more depth, and I really do like that shadow as well. It performs very well, very easily on the eye. Like, I've had a great time playing around with my MAC shadows, and it's made me want to bring out more of my MAC shadows because I have a couple custom palettes. I have like the 2x15 palettes. I've been like digging them out every now and then. Like, I want to play around with these more, so I'm probably going to put them in my project Pan Porn just because I've been gravitating towards them. I love MAC shadows a lot, and like the difference between these shadows and the Urban Decay, like, there's no competition. I only want to use these now. Like, I don't even want to touch my Urban Decay shadows. Maybe I'm still like burnt out a little bit from the Vice LTD, but these shadows just perform so well. The only two that I don't like as much are the velvet finish, which is Hashtag Noir and Sketch. And Hashtag Noir is like one of the worst shadows I've ever tried. And I was really turned off from the velvet formula, but then I pulled out some of my other palettes from MAC and was swatching some of the other velvet shadows, and like they don't perform as poorly as especially Hashtag Noir. So like I'm not gonna give up on them entirely yet until I play around with them some more, because that's the thing. Some can be good and some can be bad, but in this case Hashtag Noir is just terrible. Like it's this absolutely patchy shadow. Like it's so patchy and it's not pigmented at all, and the only thing I can think of to do with this is sort of treat it like I would black shadow. The only problem is that glitter in it, but it doesn't perform in any other kind of way because there's just so much glitter in it. So what I mean by treating it like a standard black eyeshadow is using it to set my eyeliner, also using it to deepen the outer corner of my eye. Mostly in this case, just because of all the glitter, I would only really want to use it that way if I was doing the like tape method sharp shadow thing, which I like to do because it's really easy, and a black shadow at the very corner like really helps tie everything together, and like this would be okay with that. And I have done that before using this shadow. I did that in my eye look for my intro for this palette, but it's really just not a well-performing shadow at all, so I'm at a bit of a loss at what I can do with that right now. But we're still early into the year, so I've got lots of time to play around with it. And Sketch, like I wish it was a different formula. Like I love that color because it's one of like the true burgundy shades in the palette, and I wish that it was like a matte or a satin in that color, because it would be so easy to use. I would use it a lot more, and I just find that it doesn't perform very well. Like I said, like it's very patchy and disappointing in comparison to like Star Violet, which is just like magical and beautiful. Like there's so much I can do with a shade like Star Violet and a formula like Star Violet, the Volux Pearl, than what I can do with the velvets. So Sketch, though, it's easier to work with, and because it's a beautiful color and it's not like black with glitter in it, which is just like the most pointless kind of shadow in my opinion, just totally pointless, I think that I can find some more ways to work with it. I just have to play around with it a little bit more, and I'm still kind of filling out this palette. Like there's still a lot I haven't discovered within this thing, and I've only been doing a few different kinds of looks because I just haven't been experimenting as much, because I was concentrating a little bit more on usage than just playing around. Because that was the difference when I first was using like the Vice LTD. I wanted to play around because I had so many colors and possible combinations that I was like, what can I possibly do here? And this is a little bit more straightforward, so I haven't been using my imagination as much, but I'm definitely going to challenge myself more. I feel like I'll be able to challenge myself more once I finish like a shade like Honey Lust and even Star Violet. I'll be able to challenge myself once those are out of the equation, and I can focus on these other ones and play around with it. Like I said, I've got plenty of time. There's 9 shadows in here. The pan sides are pretty small. I feel like I can easily finish this in 12 months, and I don't have to like push too hard to finish everything, but I think the way I'm going right now is good. So I'm going to continue to use Honey Lust and Star Violet and Antiqued because I love them so much, and then once they're gone I will work on the other ones because I don't think they necessarily need to play together. I think I can bring in other things and make those shades that I don't like as much work for me somewhat. We'll see. Like I said, it's still in the experimentation phase, but right now I'm really happy with the majority of this palette. Like there's 7 out of 9 shades that I really love using and that I use frequently. Like I'm using this palette pretty much every day. I do take a break here and there to use like the other stuff that are in my projects and that I'm panning, and I will try and incorporate what I can. So like this palette may not be the focus, but like I'll still use Poppyseed or something. Like I'm still trying to use this often just to continue with the usage and to use it frequently. So anyway, that is all I have to say for my update. My Pan That Palette Q&A video for my Vice LTD should be coming up within the next couple of days. That is already filmed, so I'm really excited to share that with you guys. But if you have any other questions for me regarding Pan That Palette or panning in general, if you have any questions about the Burgundy x9, if I can be of any help to you, just let me know in the comments down below and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, because it really would mean so much to me. You can also follow me on various other places. If you want to see more like day-to-day looks that I do with this palette, I tend to post little Snapchat updates whenever I can, using various lipsticks from my lipstick roulette as well as my various panning projects. And you can always follow me on Instagram for like little sneak peeks and stuff. I like to give my Snapchat fam and my Instagram fam a little sneak peek sometimes ahead of videos. So if you are interested, you can always follow me on those places. I have all of my social media stuff linked down below. So anyway, thank you once again, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye.